Welcome back, Book Dragons, to another update for book challenges. This is the March astrology update. And this one, we had our March mini, which, no, I did finish this one March. Okay. The 4 prompts for that. Number 1, a book with a Muslim author or a Muslim representation. And this one I was kind of stumped on because, again, not typically something I would read, but it was one of those I was definitely willing to find something to try. And so I looked into the chat for everything, and I started getting recommendations, and I noticed a lot of other readers using Aladdin retellings to be able to fill in this prompt. So I went, oh, perfect. I'll just do the arc I got for this month. And that was Bound by Wishes by Jessica Spruill. And I loved this book. This is the mummy meets Aladdin, and the genie gets the girl. And there's an anxiety and trauma representation in it. It does have trigger warnings, so make sure to pay attention to those trigger warnings if you're going to read it. But absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. Highly recommend. Next one, a book with the word red in the title. And I'm happy to be able to share this one by Tyler Edwards because I've been able to be on his Shadows of the Dark Realm arc team, and I'm looking forward to the romance book he's putting out. And this one is Rise of the Red Empress. So if you have read Shadows of the Dark Realm, the first book, you get to see who the Red Empress is and how she became who she is in this little novella about Rise of the Red Empress. So definitely a good book to check out along with his series. Next one is a book with flowers on the cover. So the TBR read for this one was The Fire at Longbourn by Laraba Kendig. And she's on Instagram, but she's made it so we can't tag her. So I hope she's able to find this. Maybe I might try and message it and share it with her to let her know. I enjoyed it. It is a different take on Pride and Prejudice. It's a Pride and Prejudice retelling, and it's been one of those. Sometimes you take a risk because I love Pride and Prejudice, and this one was a good risk. I enjoyed it, and it's got a character redemption arc for Lydia Bennet. And this is basically, what if half of Longbourn, basically, or at least 1/3 of it, burned down by a stupid mistake before Lydia goes to Brighton and before is it before or after that? It is definitely after they meet Wickham, but before Lydia runs away. So I loved the redemption character arc for Lydia was good one in this one. It almost feels a little stretched, but I still enjoyed it, and it didn't take away from the book. And the last prompt for the March mini was an Opposites Attract book, and I was so glad to be able to arc read the last book in this series. But it was a good book. It was my favorite book. Fake Dating, a Human 101 by Jennifer Kropf. And this is Sean's story and how he and Lily really hit it off in book 1, and they've been kind of in this intermingle dance kind of are we dating, are we not? Sean says yes, she says no. It could never work, and it's a good book. I enjoyed it. Definitely an Opposites Attract because he is totally into her and she is totally not until she realizes that she really is, and their characters are definitely completely different. So I would say this falls under Opposites Attract. So I loved it. It was a fun book. You should check out her High Court of the Coffee Bean series. It's a 4-book series. The first one is called Fae Cafe. I loved it. So for my astrological prompts, I read from Taurus, 2 of them, a cozy read. Thank you again, S. Usher Evans, for A Drizzle of Magic, which is the first book in the Podboy Perfection series with Lily. And you really get to dig into her first mystery and basically why no one comes into her shop and why does this mayor, who's not a mayor, own almost the entire town of Silver Cape. It's a good mystery book. And great baking. Do not read on an empty stomach. It will make you hungry. And not just hungry for like food, but hungry for desserts. Yum, yum. Next up is a book with a title that has the letters EARTH in it. And this one was great because the only way I could do that was this obnoxiously long title. And it is Short Stories from Hogwarts of Heroism, Hardship, and Dangerous Hobbies by J Rowling. And it's one of 3 novellas that she wrote. And I am looking forward to reading the other 2 attached to this type of series. And it was really cool. You get to learn about McGonagall's background and Lupin's background. So I enjoyed it. It was wonderful. A great, cute little short one. And that one had the letters EARTH, and they did not have to be in that order. So as long as it had those letters in it, it was great. Which, again, they come up with some pretty tough prompts. I'm telling you, some of these prompts can be pretty hard to find something with, especially when you're limiting yourself to just the 600 books on your TBR. And you would think that would be hard enough, or not hard at all, because there's 600 books. But yeah, it's a lot harder than you would think. So, Cancer. Ooh, my first Cancer prompt. A book that has a 4-star rating or higher on Goodreads or Storygraph. And that one is Digging Deep by H.K. Brown. This one, I won a PR box off of her Instagram for Digging Deep and the second book, Coming Home. And Digging Deep, I loved so much that I binge read it in 6 hours. And it's typically not a 6-hour book, even with the audio. And I had the audio sped up and I was following along and everything. It was good. Oh, thank you so much, H.K. Brown. That was a good book. I love that book. I will definitely read that one again. Scorpio, a book related to death in any way. So, of course, because I've got a lot of cozy mysteries on my TBR, that wasn't very hard to do. So I chose A Cherry Sinister Murder, which is the beginning of the Bake My Day series by Nancy McGovern and Sarah Bruce. The first book in that series is Cream Pie Lie or something like that, and it's just a short little prequel, and it was pretty cute. So, but I read through that, and then I read A Cherry Sinister Murder, which is what I counted for this prompt, and that was good. I liked it. And as you'll see in some of my other movies, I'm almost finished. I've got like 3 more books in the series to complete the Bake My Day box set, and I'm hoping to do that before too long. So, looking forward to finishing that series. Capricorn, 2 prompts for this one. A middle grade or young adult book, which is great because, that seems to be like one of my main genres or subgenres, whatever you want to call it. And so I actually chose the buddy read I did with my son, which is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone by J.K. Rowling. So definitely a middle grade or young adult book. And we're reading the series together. We're almost done with book 3. I'm so excited because book 3 is my favorite book. So the next prompt for Capricorn is a book with a trans author or with a trans representation. And that one is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by J Klune. I seriously can't think of that title without that tune. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just so catchy. So I read that one, and I don't know if it 100% fits it, but I got the approval saying that it was okay because it's still kind of in that area, genre, category probably. I did enjoy that book. And the last prompt I read, again, Pisces. Haha. Perfect, because this is March. Pisces are in March, or at least the last half of March. Ha. So, a book featuring an artist of any kind. And I read Enchanting Fate by Ashley Evercott, which is her Enchanting Fate. I believe that is her Beauty and the Beast retelling, because I got her arc Enchanting Thorns, which is her Sleeping Beauty retelling. And so Enchanting Fate is wonderful. There's a lot of artists or painters in this book, and it definitely features it and all the different art. And this one is a Beauty and the Beast where Beast actually doesn't get the girl. And I loved the way she tied the ending to it. So if you want to join us, please visit Cat's Creations 614 or Cat's Book Nerds or The Reading Scientist to get in on this astrology challenge and get some of their fun templates to be able to join us and read some of these books, or be able to send your recommendations. If you got a recommendation for one of these prompts, please leave it in the comments. I want to know what you would read for one of these prompts. So, find good books, go on great adventures, and stay fun, my book dragons.